Hello children, welcome to CA session. Students, today we will continue the same chapter, chapter 1 computer hardware, internal and external. In the previous video we studied about some external devices. So today we will study few more external devices. So here it is microphone. Microphone means mic, we can speak into it. So it converts our voice into the digital form. Okay. Means whatever we speak into the mic, it will be converted into the digital data. That means binary data. And then it will be stored in the computer. Digital form, we can call it binary or we can also call it machine language. Okay, so it will be converted into the digital data. Voice will be converted to digital data and will be stored in the computer. So whenever we want to listen it, we can listen through speakers, or we want to add it, we can add it into the computer, or we want to share the file, sound file, we can share, etc. from the computers. Now, pen drive. Pen drive is another external device. It fits USB port in the motherboard. Okay. So here students, pen drive you have already seen, it's very small device and its shape is like a small pan and used to store data, programs, audio, video, images, etc. and then we can carry it anywhere. Okay, we can carry the pen drive anywhere because it is very small in size, and as we store data in it, we can carry data anywhere. Okay, so as I already told you, it is connected behind the CPU cabinet. That means there are some USB ports in motherboard. So there we have to plug the pen drive. Now here is a note that external devices are also known as peripheral devices. All external devices like mouse, keyboard, microphones, pen drives, scanner, printer, monitor, etc. So now students, we will study about modem. Modem is also an external device. It connects our computer to the network. Okay, so for the network we need broadband connection. Broadband connection we can purchase from ISPs. ISPs are Internet Service Provider. That means these are the companies which provides us internet connectivity. So we have to purchase the internet connection first. That means a broadband connection. That means we will get a telephone line at our home. So that telephone line will be connected to the modem. Here you can see it will be our computer, means sender computer. This is modem, sender modem. This is telephone line. This is the receiver computer and this is receiver modem. Okay. So we will learn how we can send message from one computer to another computer. Modem's full form is modulator, demodulator, and it does two things. When computer sends something on the network, that means from here if we are sending a message to the network. Okay. So how it works? A modem will convert the digital data. See, you know very well computer understands digital signals, digital language or binary data or a machine language. So the data is there inside the computer, that is the digital signal. Okay, so modem will convert the digital signal into analog signal. Analog signal means electronic signals. In telephone lines means any cable, electronic signals travel. Okay, it does not understand digital signals. So modem will convert the digital signal into analog signal. Then analog signal will be received by the receiver modem. Now what receiver modem will do? Demodulation. That means it will convert the analog signal received from the telephone lines to the digital signals so that receiver computer can receive the message. I hope you understood this. So here once more we will see when computer sends something on the network. That means modem will convert digital signals to analog signals, and this process is known as modulation. Okay, so whenever something is sent from here to the network, that means the modulation is going on. If the receiver computer is receiving it, that means when computer receives something from the network, that means modem converts analog signal to digital signal, and that process is known as demodulation. Okay, so here demodulation occurs. That means analog signal to the digital signal. Earlier we studied about external devices. Now we will study about internal hardware devices. So internal devices are actually connected inside the CPU cabinet. Okay, inside the computer case. So there are so many devices inside the CPU cabinet connected with the motherboard. like SMPS for the power supply, RAM, ROM, hard disk, etc. So here students, first of all we will discuss about motherboard. It is the main board. You might have seen a electronic circuit board inside the CPU. So it is known as motherboard. It is actually the electronic centerpiece of the computer. Okay, it is the main board of the computer, and everything, every hardware device, internal, external, everything is connected to the motherboard. Power supply now. So this is another type of internal hardware devices. It is connected with the motherboard inside the CPU cabinet, and it is also known as SMPS. SMPS means switched mode power supply. High voltage power can be converted to low voltage power with the help of SMPS. So that it works smoothly, computer actually works with low voltage only. Okay. And that is why power supply is used, so that it can be converted to, means the voltage can be converted from high to low. So students, I hope you understood this. Other type of internal hardware devices we will study in the next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.